Ah, a brave soul on my doorstep. On this night of all nights, too. Huh. You must forgive the exterior. I keep it dreadful on purpose. Ivy, broken windows, rotting gates. It keeps unwanted visitors at bay. But in my quarters, everything is neat, clean, refined. I like to keep order where chaos once lived. It works too well, I suppose. I've not had company in centuries. Ah, yes, that's better. Don't be shy. Step in before the rain ruins that nice outfit of yours. You were dared to come here, weren't you? I can tell. That look, half courage, half fear. Another fool's errand. But yet, here you are, dared to come here. You're still breathing, still human and curious. Now, tell me, was it curiosity that brought you here, or your pride? Pride? I thought so. Come in, my guest. The fire's lit. You stepped into a nice place for now. Ha, just humour. I'm only joking. I won't bite you and take your blood. Not unless you upset me anyway. It's been so long since I've had guests. I would just like to chat. Please, sit down. There, that's better, isn't it? You may sit, if you wish. That chair is older than your entire country, but it still holds well. Do you believe in ghosts? Good. You'll need to. No, not dead, not entirely. They're simply misplaced. You know, when I was alive, this whole house was filled with music. People laughed here, danced here. Now look at it. Nice in here, but the rest of it, just me and all the dust. I suppose I've become part of the decor. You know, I've seen so many ages pass outside these walls. Empires rise and fall, revolutions burn and fade. But human nature never changes. You always want what you fear. Tell me, what do they say about me in the village? I'm curious. It's been a long time since I've heard what they've been up to. Not a village anymore, is it? A what? A city now? Full of lights, noise and automobiles? Cinemas, you say? Shopping malls? How industrious of you all. You've built so much to keep yourselves from thinking. I remember when the streets below were nothing but dirt and lanterns. You could hear the river sing and see the stars that burned like candles. Now it's drowned in all these dirty lights. Oh yes, I'm sure it's very good for you humans. You call it progress, but I think you should call it hiding. Still, you mortals seem proud. You're not around very long, so I suppose you have to find some things to do. Tell me, do you even look up anymore into the sky? No, I didn't think so. Oh, I'm not angry at your world, mind you. I'm just indifferent to it. The noise never reached me here. I like to keep things the way they were. I don't like to go outside anymore and might get attacked by a vampire hunter. I've chosen the solitary lifestyle, you see. The silence is my friend, and has been for many years. Here, take this. Don't worry, it's just tea. I keep it for guests I never expected to have. It smells sweet, doesn't it? Reminds me of autumn harvests before the frost claimed the vines. You see those portraits on the walls? Each one tells a story. Some of those faces came for shelter, some for curiosity, and one or two for love. None stayed long. Mortals never do. Tell me, do you still feel uneasy? Your hands tremble when you reach for the cup. Oh, there's no need to fear. I have no intention of harming you, I promise. For you, these teeth are just for show. And I won't be biting any part of you. Not tonight, at least. Relax, a joke, I assure you. You must think me a dreadful host. All talks about ghosts and time. Forgive me, I forget how rare conversation has become. Tell me, do they still tell stories of me, or vampires, or ghosts in your, what was it, cinemas, perhaps? Ah, yes, of course. The charming monster, the gentleman fiend in velvet coats. They have romanticized us, you know. Once we were shadows and curses. Now you make us beautiful. Funny, isn't it? Mortals fear what they desire. When I first became this, I despised myself. I starved, hid, fled from my reflection, until I realized that guilt is wasted on eternity. I mean, look at me, I still dress like I used to. I like to keep up my appearances, if not for myself, to have something nice to look at, but yes, most vampires are cruel and ruled by their own desires. I'm above all that, but still, I guess they would make for a good movie now, would they? But honestly, you can't live forever while wishing to die. Tell me, do you fear death? Good, that's honest. And you should. It's a powerful thing. Not to be mocked with costumes and fake blood. Halloween. You call it a night of laughter now. But once, it was sacred. A night where you remembered the ones you lost. I remember the last true Samhain I witnessed. The villagers lit candles for the dead, and I stood outside in the rain, watching. They thought they were alone, praying to be remembered. I wanted to tell them I remembered them all. Strange, isn't it? I am death that remembers life. And I felt so bad at first. I did used to hunt, to satiate myself because I couldn't control it yet. The lust. I was disgusted with myself, but look at me now. A true refined gentleman who's lived for centuries. Please, have another sip of your tea. It'll get cold. By the way, why did you accept this dare? What draws you to fear? You've come to this haunted house, talking with monsters like me, looking for what should terrify you. I think because deep down you want to feel small again, to remember what awe feels like. Mortals have forgotten reverence. Don't look so offended. I mean it kindly. I envy your brevity. Every heartbeat of yours has more meaning than a year of mine. I have lived long enough to see kings crumble and languages die. And yet here you sit, slightly shaking, nervous, but alive, in a way I cannot be. Do you have someone waiting for you outside? A lover? A friend? Maybe the ones that sent you in here for this dare? Really? No one? You don't call them friends? Well, then we share something, you and I. A certain loneliness. The centuries make a man forget the sound of his own laughter. When I was alive, I used to fill this hall with it. Now it's only the wind that answers me. You remind me of someone I once knew, a mortal long ago. She too came to me out of curiosity. She said my eyes looked like winter, beautiful from afar, deadly up close. She wasn't wrong. You know what? You've been patient. You're still alive and you've earned the truth. I know it's a shock, but yes, I am what they say, a vampire. The last remnant of a line that should have perished with the old world. Does that frighten you? It should, but perhaps not for the reason you think. I won't harm you, as I've said, but I haven't had human blood in over a century now. Maybe longer. I lose track of time. I just exist on memory and moonlight. But I still remember the warmth of the blood, the rush of hunting for a victim, and the ultimate surrender of them. It's intoxicating and terrifying because it reminds me of being alive. Every time I'm nearer, a heartbeat like yours, I do feel the old hunger stir. But not for blood, but for connection. Do you understand? No, of course you don't. How could you? To you, death is a wall. To me, it's a mirror that never shatters. You know, I remember the face of everyone I've ever known. Their laughter, their tears, their fear of me once I changed. You mortals are blessed to forget. I never can. Forgive me to be so depressing. You didn't come here for confession. You came in here for a dare. Oh, you seem to have got more agitated. Your pulse, it's louder now. I can hear it through your throat, beneath your skin. Every fear, every thought, every secret. You don't need to speak. I can hear all of it. No, don't move. I told you, you're safe. I simply wanted to listen. Ah, it's beautiful. That sound, it's life. Pure and unbroken. Forgive me, I haven't heard this in so long. Haha. You thought monsters and vampires roared, but we don't. We whisper. If we wished to harm you, I would have done so the moment you crossed that threshold. But instead, I've been talking your ear off for a while now. What does that tell you? That I like to play with my food. Oh, I don't have time for that anymore. No, just that, well, obviously I enjoy your conversation and I'm lonely. So few understand what eternity feels like. Time becomes a blur, people become dust, and even fear becomes dull. But tonight, on Halloween, I feel something again. Because for the first time in centuries, someone chose to walk through my door. Ah, midnight. The veil closes and the world will soon forget I exist again. Well, you've been a fine guest. Perhaps my favourite in all these centuries. You listened, you didn't even try to run. Even if that was out of fear, it's still nice. For that, I will give you a gift. You may leave here unharmed, but you remember this place every Halloween. The scent of the fire, the voice in the dark, mine. And should you ever knock upon this door again, I will answer. Before the night remembers what it truly is, you must go. What do you tell your friends? Tell them you found some really interesting things in here, and that's why you took your time. Plus, they wouldn't believe you even if you told them the truth. But as I said, feel free to come back if you wish. Now go. And happy Halloween, my brave little mortal.